Chosen one, you are not broken. Nor are you financially behind in life. What's really happening is that your natural frequency, the one that magnetizes opportunities, wealth, and prosperous paths, is simply out of tune. Just like an instrument that's out of tune is still an instrument, your energetic field remains intact. It just needs an adjustment. And that fine-tuning begins with awareness. Because what people call luck or effort is, in truth, alignment with your true identity. An authentic magnet for money and abundance. And in this video, you're going to understand exactly how that works. If you're a chosen one, and if you've made it here, it wasn't by accident. Know that your power has always existed. It was just tuned to the wrong frequency. This video isn't another shallow talk about money. It's a deep dive into your vibrational reconnection with the flow of abundance, a true energetic awakening. We'll explore foundational principles and distorted beliefs that have led you to your current financial reality. But by the end, that's the most important part. I'll give you a practical guide, ready for immediate use, to start using your energy to shift your financial reality. And before we begin, declare, I am a magnet for abundance. Write this in the comments if you already feel ready for this energetic shift. Money is a reflection of your vibration, not your effort. Every chosen one must understand a truth that will change the way you see everything around you. Money is not earned, it is allowed. And that permission doesn't come from outside. It doesn't come from your boss, the market, or luck. It comes from your vibration. Everything you attract or repel is directly responding to your internal frequency. If money feels distant, maybe your field is saying no, while your mouth is saying yes. The greatest illusion they told you is that the more you run, the more likely you are to reach prosperity. But the truth is different. The more you run, the more it escapes. Rushing comes from scarcity. Anxiety is born of fear. And the energy of money doesn't flow where there is fear, guilt, or urgency. It manifests where there is trust, clarity, and coherence with what you feel worthy to receive. The chosen one vibrates at a different frequency. More sensitive, more expansive, and more connected to the all. And because of that, when you fall out of alignment, the impact is felt more intensely. Lack in your life isn't because you have less. It's because you're vibrating outside of who you really are. You weren't made to survive. You were made to radiate. And the energy of money, when touched by someone on a mission, becomes a channel for multiplication. But there's something even deeper. Many chosen ones, influenced by their environment, start to believe they were born to have little, or that they must be spiritually simple. They confuse humility with limitation. They confuse balance with resignation. And so, instead of manifesting prosperity, they reinforce a pattern of vibrational self-cancellation, thinking they're being good. Scarcity is not natural. It's a wave collapse, an energetic blockage sustained by repetitive low-frequency thoughts. The universe operates in spirals of abundance, not in lines of sacrifice. When your vibration spins toward fear, it creates a whirlpool that drains energy and delays everything. But when you change the inner rotation, elevate thought and emotion, you literally collapse a different reality before your eyes. The reprogramming begins by reconnecting with the right frequency. Let's use a simple metaphor. Your life is like an instrument. If you're not tuned to the frequency of abundance, there's no point in playing harder or faster. The sound will still come out distorted. Effort only amplifies the noise. Prosperity isn't forced, it's tuned into. The right music only begins when you learn how to adjust your field. And that's exactly what you're going to learn now. Your magnetic field is still there, intact. But it's full of interference, Emotional noise, old traumas, beliefs you inherited and never questioned, words you heard as a child, promises you were taught not to keep, fears that aren't even yours. All of this clogs your abundance radar. But rest assured, this congestion can be cleared, and the key lies in awareness. You don't need to create anything new. You already have a money magnet within you. The natural magnetism of your soul already knows how to attract what you need. What's missing isn't more information. It's release. Releasing excess scarcity thoughts, invisible agreements with suffering, mistaken ideas about what it means to be enlightened. Reprogramming begins when you remember that your prosperity harms no one. It heals. Think about this. Your beliefs are vibrational patterns. They shape the mesh of reality. Just like geometric patterns on a sound plate shape the sand over it, your beliefs shape your matter. When you change the pattern, the design changes. When the design changes, the world changes. You're not trapped in a hard life. You're trapped in a set of vibrations that are asking to be realigned. And that's exactly what we're about to begin doing. You already understand what's blocking you. Now let's learn how to consciously tune your energy. This isn't about repeating random affirmations or forcing gratitude where there's pain. It's about resonating with who you truly are, because reality obeys consciousness, and yours is about to command a new abundance. Chosen ones, and the distortion of spiritual self-sabotage. It's time to break one of the most sophisticated lies you were told. A belief that many chosen ones carry deeply embedded. You can only be spiritual if you're poor. Many of us were conditioned to believe that money and enlightenment are opposites. That purity lies in renunciation and sacrifice, not in consciousness. But that's not wisdom. It's manipulation, a distortion taught by those who profit from your guilt. This belief directly sabotages your financial magnetism, your money magnet. The truth is simple. Abundance is not vanity. It is coherence with your divine essence. The universe is an organism of constant expansion. Everything in creation pulses toward more, toward fullness, toward blooming. Look around. Trees grow, galaxies multiply, rivers flow in abundance. There is no lack at the source. There is only lack where there is vibrational blockage, and where soulless dogmas prevail. I know that many beings you admire for their spirituality chose not to accumulate wealth, chosen one. But that was a conscious choice, not a limitation imposed or a condition. There's a vast difference between not wanting something and not feeling worthy of it. True enlightenment brings freedom of choice, and the more elevated the being, the greater their capacity to generate wealth with purpose. Some say yes to prosperity, others don't. But no one is forbidden. So yes, I'm telling you powerfully, the wealthy can also be spiritually elevated. This stereotype that wealthy people are less spiritually evolved is a dangerous trap. It makes you associate prosperity with a loss of values. It makes you feel guilty for wanting to grow. And when guilt enters, the magnetic field closes. There is no frequency more incompatible with money than the fear of becoming someone you're not. The issue was never money. It was your alignment in receiving it. Yes, you can be prosperous and enlightened, not prosperous or enlightened, but and. You can navigate astral realms, heal people's energy, make high-profit sales, walk through temples and markets, pray in the morning, and close deals in the afternoon. And all of this can be a pure expression of your truth and abundance. You weren't born to prove you can live with little beneath your potential. You came to manifest what the All wants to generate through you, using your full abilities to do so. If these affirmations speak to your heart and you recognize truth in them, write in the comments now, "Yes, I can be both prosperous and enlightened. The parable of the chosen one who handled gold. There's another, even more subtle layer to this self-sabotage. Many chosen ones aren't afraid of money. They're afraid of acknowledging that, by nature, they magnetize everything they seek. They deny their light. They downplay their gifts. And because of that, they fail to recognize the opportunities the all places before them. They push prosperity away because they don't believe they were born to shine with it. That's why I want you to listen closely to this short story. In a distant village, there lived a young blacksmith named Elion. He was simple, quiet, and generous. He never charged high prices for what he made. In fact, he often gave his work away. His craft was seen as ordinary. But there was one detail everyone overlooked. The metals that came out of his forge had a different color and a different glow. One day, a traveling master passed through the village. Upon seeing Elion's work, he knelt before him and said, "You've been forging pure gold and don't even know it?" Elion, surprised, replied, "I thought it was just some strange metal no one wanted, and I find it hard to believe these pieces have any special value." The whole village lived in scarcity. They searched the mountains for treasure, while the real source was in the hands of someone who didn't see himself as abundant. Even surrounded by wealth, Elion believed that what he created was ordinary. He couldn't see his value. He didn't understand the power in his own hands, and so he remained invisible to prosperity. Reflect on this, chosen one. Maybe you're living like a lion. Maybe what you offer to the world is already gold, but you treat yourself like scrap metal. Maybe the talents you already know you have, but continue to underestimate, are exactly the key to unlocking the gates of abundance. And there's no point trying to change your vibration if deep down, you still believe you don't deserve what it attracts. You don't need to wait for someone to validate you. Forget that. Don't wait for the village to tell you that you are and handle gold. They don't know. They're too busy digging through stone to find what you already carry in your chest. Recognition has to come from within. The universe only responds to what you believe about yourself. The money is already in your field. Prosperity already knows you. You just have to remember who you really are. And now, if you've already chosen change, I'm going to give you a practical guide to begin tuning the frequency of your money magnet. I encourage you to grab paper and pen and go ahead and like this video, a sign of the abundance that's already being broadcast. You are authorized to receive. Now, with concrete practices, let me reinforce this. Chosen one, prosperity is already yours by origin. It doesn't need to be earned through exhausting effort or sacrificial suffering. It is a natural consequence of vibrational alignment. When you place yourself in the correct frequency, abundance begins to notice you, to recognize you, and then to draw near. The field of money is available to everyone, but it only responds to those who are attuned to their truth. You're about to activate that tuning. From now on, we're going to work with practical exercises, no magical formulas. We'll deal with actions that shape your field. And remember, when you vibrate in coherence with prosperity, you'll see your true money magnet in action. You'll begin with simple gestures and witness the ripple effect. Exercise 1, the prosperous gesture of payment. Whenever possible, pay a little more than what you were charged. If something costs $50, give $50 or $60. The amount itself isn't what matters most. The symbolic gesture is what shifts the frequency. Do this with intention and in silence. It's not to impress or prove anything to anyone. It's to anchor within yourself the real feeling of, I give more because I am abundant and because I am grateful. This gesture rebuilds your vibrational identity. It cuts off fear of loss, panic about lack, and the addiction to energetic stinginess at the root. Every time you give a little extra, you are telling the universe, I overflow. And whatever overflows, expands. This practice tunes your field to the principle of elevated generosity. Without guilt, without attachment, without justification. Just the certainty that you are abundance in action. Exercise 2. Revealing installed negative beliefs and shadows. Choose a moment in your day and close your eyes for 5 to 10 minutes. Breathe and ask silently, what are my negative beliefs about money and prosperity? Then wait. Don't force answers. They will come. Maybe you'll see childhood memories, things relatives said, scenes from movies, or distorted stories. Maybe you'll remember a rich character who was a villain, or a wealthy person you learned to judge. This is no coincidence. These memories are unconscious shadows that need to be released. You were programmed to believe that money corrupts, that wealth distances you from the light, that comfort is sinful. And all of this blocks the flow of your money magnet. When a memory surfaces, edit it inside your mind. If in the movie the rich man was evil, recreate the scene with him as a generous and conscious leader. This symbolic rewriting changes the vibrational matrix of your subconscious. Never ignore the power your mind has to create your manifested reality. Practice this for 7 consecutive days, and then reflect on everything that was revealed. This simple exercise already begins to activate your prosperity field. You'll start to feel different sensations, small shifts in your routine, even inexplicable coincidences. That's your field reacting to your new vibration. Don't underestimate the power of these small actions. They are hidden keys that unlock deep portals. You're not just thinking differently, you're generating reality with intention. Exercise 3. Internally dismantling negative stereotypes of prosperous people. Now it's time to deprogram the silent prejudice that may still exist inside you against wealthy people. Start consuming real stories of prosperous individuals. Read biographies, watch documentaries, observe attentively. Not to copy, but to understand. Wealth is a journey, not a spiritual enemy. When you know, you humanize. And when you humanize, you allow. If possible, surround yourself with prosperous people who embody positive values. Go to places where they are. Visit environments that make you feel like it's natural to be there. The vibration of places and people shapes your field. You don't need to buy anything. You just need to resonate. This dissolves the I don't belong and makes room for this is my place too. The seeds of a mighty tree fall close to it and grow in the same soil. Prosperity begins with vibrational belonging. Reality is a mirror. You're manifesting what you believe you are. Your financial reality is not a punishment, nor is it a reward. It is a reflection, a quantum mirror of what you believe yourself to be, of what you feel, and of what you expect from the world. The money that enters, that leaves, that never arrives, all of it responds to your vibrational signature. It's the universe giving back to you, with mathematical precision, what you project into the invisible. And this mirror is more accurate than it seems. If you speak to the all-saying, I need more money to pay for this, please bless me, you are emanating lack, and you will attract more lack to yourself. If there is lack, don't look outside first, look within. Where there is scarcity, there is a distorted inner image. Where there is fear, there is a protection pattern that no longer serves. Money doesn't come from sweat, it comes from clarity. From the inner certainty that you are abundance even before you receive anything. The movement starts in the field and manifests into matter. Speak to the all by saying and feeling, thank you for my financial prosperity. Not only can I pay for everything I need, but I can choose what I want and don't want with my abundant money. As the Hermetic principle says, as above, so below. Consciousness creates form. The idea generates the experience. Spirit draws the body, and in this flow, the field of prosperity begins as vibration and ends as tangible reality. If you change on the inside, life has no choice but to change as well. That is the code that governs everything, and now it is in your hands. Extending prosperity beyond yourself. Chosen one. When you reconnect to your true frequency, something greater happens. Your money magnet doesn't activate just for you. It begins to radiate toward those around you. You become an example and an influence. Prosperity, then, stops being a goal and becomes a natural state of existence. If you're ready to remember your original prosperity frequency and would like to receive intuitive guidance from me, comment now. I am tuned to the flow of abundance. I will read the comments and, through a brief meditation, intuitively select another video here on the iZenither channel to be your next right step. And remember, you are not here to find a purpose. You are the purpose, experiencing itself. Thank you for watching until the end. I hope to see you in the next video. A life of infinite possibilities awaits you.